Hey guys, so today I am going to go over your homework that you did yesterday on the Google Slides. So you can pull up the Google Slides to check your answer. You can write them down on a piece of paper to make sure they're right, however you want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and go over the answers. Sorry if this is a little shaky. I am on myself and recording this, so I'm using one hand to hold the phone and one hand to do the work. So sorry if it gets a little shaky. So Monday says, what is the length of the rectangle below? Well, I can see that my rectangle did not start at my 0. It started at the 3. Okay, and it didn't end at the 7. Ended about right there. So I got to figure out how long my rectangle is, because it says, what is the length? All right, well, I know that 3 to 4 is 1 inch. 4 to 5 is another inch. 5 to 6 is 1 inch. And it stopped at this mark. So I have my 1/4, 2/4 or 1/2, and the 3/4. So now I gotta measure. So it is 1, 2, 3 inches and 3/4. So it is 3 3/4 of an inch. That is the answer for number 1. Number 2 says find the unknown number. So 60 divided by W equals 10. So we have to find W. So I have my scratch paper here. The equation was 60 divided by W equals 10. So Miss Leber is actually going to turn this into inverse operation. So I'm going to work backwards for this equation. So I have 10 times W equals 60. I can easily skip count by 10s to find my answer. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I had to skip count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So W equals 6. To check my work, I can go plug it in. So we had 60 divided by 6 is what we're saying now, equals 10. I'm going to do repeated subtraction. I know that 60 minus 6 equals 54. 54 minus 6 is 48. 48 minus 6 is 42. 42 minus 6 is 36. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to think and videotape. 36 minus 6 is 30. 30 minus 6 is 24. 24 minus 6 is 18. 18 minus 6 is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. So now I'm going to count how many times I subtracted 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my answer, W equals 6, is correct. I'm going to put that over here. W equals 6. Number 3 says use the following, let me fix it, sorry. Use the following number line to represent 12 thirds. Okay, well, I know thirds means 3 equal parts, that I take a whole and I partition it into 3 equal parts. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, 0 to 1 is a whole, so I'm going to partition it into 3 equal parts. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1 to 2 is a whole. So I'm going to partition that into thirds. 1, 2, 3. 2 to 3 is a whole. So I'm going to partition that into thirds. 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry, 3 right there. I'm going to 3 to 4 as a whole, and I'm going to partition that into thirds. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to go fill in my number lines. I got to figure out where 12 thirds is. So I have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 or 1 whole, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3 or 2 wholes, 7/3, 8/3, 9/3 or 3 wholes, 10/3, 11/3, and 12/3. Now I know online, on the Google Slides, it said to move the dot. So I'm gonna grab a different color. So I would have taken the dot and put it right here where it says 4 wholes. So we know that 12 thirds equals 4 wholes. All right, last problem says, write an equation and solve the following word problem. So I have to do 2 things. I need to write an equation and I need to solve the word problem. So it says, Mary bakes 9 trays of cookies. Ooh, well, Miss Ledbetter taught me that I need to highlight or underline when I'm solving word problems. So if you have a pencil on the Google Slides, I think you might be able to highlight, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. So it says, Mary bakes 9 trays of cookies. Each tray has 20 cookies on it. So each tray has 20 cookies on it. If Mary and her friends eat 15 cookies, they eat 15 cookies, how many cookies are left? So this, to me, sounds like it is going to be a 2-step word problem. So the first thing I need to do is write my equation because those are my directions. So let's see. It says Mary bakes 9 trays of cookies. Each tray has 20 cookies on it. So I know that she has 9 trays of cookie. And I know that each tray has 20. So I must be multiplying. If I drew a picture, I know that there's 9 trays. There's my 9 trays. And I know that each tray has 20. Okay, that is why I'm going to multiply, because she has 9 trays and every single tray has 20 cookies. So that's my first step. So I'm going to put C for cookies. Then it says, if Mary and her friends eat 15 cookies, so they eat 15, how many cookies are left? Well, they had some cookies and then they eat 15. Well, if we eat 15, that means we have to get rid of 15 cookies. And then it wants to know how many cookies are left. So I'm going to put T for total. Okay. If you did one long equation, your equation would have looked like this. I would have put 9 times 20 in parentheses because parentheses means to do it first. And then I would minus 15 and that would equal my T for total. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and solve my 9 times 20. That's my first step because I can do it first. I can't solve C minus 15. I don't know what C is yet. So I am going to do a pictorial. So we have one group, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, that's 3, 10, 20, that's 4, 10, 20, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we know each of these is worth 10. Second thing we do is now let's go and exchange. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now we've exchanged these 10s for a 100. Let's see if we can make another exchange. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Can't exchange, but now I know that I have 80. Sorry for my dogs barking in the background. So now let's add. We have 100 plus 80, which is 180. So Mary made 180 cookies. That's not the only thing we had to do. We then had to subtract 15 because it said that Mary and her friends ate 15 cookies. So now I'm going to do 180 minus 15 equals T. So I'm going to do expanded form. So we're going to minus 10 plus 5. So that equals 15. Well, 180 minus 10 is 170. 170 minus 5. Well, I might draw a little number line to help me out. Since I'm subtracting, I'm going to go ahead and start with my biggest number, which was 170. We need to go back 5. So we have 169, 168, 167, 166, 165. So let's make sure I went back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 170 minus 5 is 165. So the question said, how many cookies are left? There are 165 cookies left. I hope this helped with the homework. Okay. If you have questions, talk to me in Zoom. All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.